why is it important to come to school?
Well, let's see. It's important because your academics, you can do so much better in school when you've got that consistent daily attendance. I think our teachers teach so much better when you're here. I think it's always good to get into good habits. When you consistently do something, it's so much easier to keep on doing that and get into the good routines. When you get up into high school, you're going to want to have those good habits established. So I think that's going to be important.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why is attendance important?
It is important because you have to come to school to learn and be cool, just so that you don't miss out on any of your assignments.
What's up, Ressie Jeffries? I'm here with Joanne, and the reason why I called you down here is because you had all perfect attendance last year, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did you manage to do that? Because there's 180 days in school, so throughout the whole year, so that means that every single day that you were here, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, who inspires you to come to school like that?
Well, I don't really know. I like technically just came.
You just came?
Yeah.
Do your parents ever let you stay home or anything?
Not really.
What would happen if you were like, Mom, I don't want to come to school today? What would she say?
She would, you gotta go to school.
You gotta go to school, yeah. Cool. What do you think's gonna happen to students who have good attendance in the future?
Well, I don't know. Like, it's just like better for their learning.
Better for their learning? Yeah. And it's a good habit to get into? Awesome. Well, one last thing. Will you show the school your shirt that you're wearing today?
Yeah.
How did you
Outstanding Ressie Jeffries is a triple one.
How did you get that, do you think?
Well, probably being here every day, like not missing school, because like you would be here, and like that's how they would like give it to you.
Yeah. And that's totally random because I had no idea you were wearing that shirt when I pulled you from class. But yeah, so probably good citizens are students who come to school anyway too. Well, cool. Well, what advice would you give other students to have good attendance?
Well, to like not get in the cold too much, but like that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like do stuff that won't get you sick.
Okay. So
Well,
don't try to be healthy.
Yeah,
so you
but
don't-
still have fun.
Right. I understand. Would you like some water?
Sure. It's empty.
Why is it important to come to school?
Why is it important to come to school?
Mm-hmm. Why is it important to come to school?
So you can be here every day to learn everything you have to learn.
Okay, will you tell me why it's important to come to school? Why is it important to come to school?
Oh, you'd miss out on all the fun things that are happening here if you don't come to school every day. And you learn something new every day, and every minute you're not here, it is so important that you be here and learn something new, to be reading and find out everything you can about the world.
Miss Lyerly, what happens if I miss a day at school? Okay, thanks. Gotta go. Bye. BFFs forever, Chrissy.
Dear Chrissy, it depends. If you are sick and have to miss school, have your parents send in a note from your doctor on the first day you are back. However, if you are out for an unexcused reason, then your teacher has to call home to see why you missed. Love, Miss Lyerly. Why is attendance important?
Attendance is important because when you're not here, you miss all the fun and new things we're learning in school.
Hi, Ricky.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. Well, I called you out here because I heard that you had perfect attendance last year. You were here every single day from the first day of school to the last day of school. You know what else? You're the only one who didn't have any tardies or any early dismissals or anything like that, which is pretty awesome. So, why did you have perfect attendance?
I don't know. my mom always made me get up.
So your parents made you come to school, right? Yeah, that's pretty important, those parents helping you come to school and stuff, right? Yeah, that's pretty great. Do you think if you didn't come to school as often as you did, you would have gotten worse grades?
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay. Well, cool. What advice would you give to boys and girls who maybe wake up one day and they don't feel like coming to school?
I don't know.
Just come to school, right? Yeah, because it's good. Well, awesome. Do you have anything else you would like to say?
I usually got sick on weekends though, so, or like spring break, or I don't know.
But not during the week. That's awesome. Well, cool. Would you like some water?
I'm not thirsty.
What's fun about school?
You should come to school because you never know what your teacher has planned for you to do, and you might miss something extraordinary. It's important to come to school because you learn at school.
It's good to come to school because learning is ongoing and accumulative. You learn something new every day, and you never want to fall behind.
What does accumulative mean?
It builds. What you learn in the beginning, it builds every day until the end of the year, and then the next year builds on top of that.
Miss Thomas,
Yes,
are there days where you don't feel like coming to school?
absolutely.
What motivates you to keep coming to school?
The kids. I come here for the kids. It's always something different every day.
I agree, and sometimes I miss them if I don't see them for a while.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. It's fun.
Uh-huh.
You learn new things. Oh my gosh.
What happens if someone misses a lot of school?
They're not going to know the information. They're going to fall behind. And then while all their other friends are doing fun stuff, they're going to have to catch up on all the stuff they missed.
When students aren't here, we really miss them, as do their classmates and other friends.
Attendance is important because we always know about your whereabouts. As long as you're in class, we know you're never out in the hallways or somewhere else doing anything you're not supposed to do.
You need to come to school so you can see my gorgeous face.
Dear Miss Lyerly, everyone at school is really mean to me. I feel like I don't have any friends. I faked sick this morning so I didn't have to come to school. It worked. Sincerely, James.
Dear James, please come and see me as soon as you get this. I'd love to help. P.S. They pay school counselors to help sort this stuff out.
It's important to come to school because you never know what kind of fun things we're going to do. And if you stay home, you can miss something really fun and exciting. And you miss great learning.
Hey, Miss Petty, are there ever days where you don't feel like coming to school?
Sure, it happens to everybody, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do and wake up and just do your very best.
Hey, Miss Heron, why is it bad if you start missing a bunch of school?
Well, it's bad if you start missing a whole bunch of school because then you get behind and school kind of builds on itself, and if you get behind then you don't know what you've missed, and the steps that you've missed kind of layer on each other, and it's really hard to catch up.
Seems like a good answer to me. Miss Wilhite, why is it important to come to school?
Because you miss so many things when you stay home. You miss what lessons we have and mostly the smart board activities.
Dude, so what happens if I miss a lot of school? I can't really get in trouble, can I?
If you miss 7 school days, your teacher will contact the assistant principal, and a meeting will be held with you and your parents to discuss an attendance plan. If you miss 10 days, you will have the same meeting, but this time with a truancy officer, which may result in legal action. Yikes! Miss Holmes, are there days where you don't feel like coming to school?
Sure, absolutely.
So why is it important to keep coming to school even if you don't feel like it?
Well, you know, I have to keep coming because to continue to be a good citizen and to better myself, I may not be in the mood, but I just pick myself up and come right in.
Why is it important to come to school? Why is it important to come to school?
If you're not here, you're not learning and you're not growing. So be here.
Are there days where you don't feel like coming to school?
Absolutely.
So how do you get yourself out of bed and keep coming?
Because I know I need to be here for the kids.
When a student starts missing a bunch of school, what usually begins to happen?
You can definitely see that they get behind quickly and they don't know what we're learning, and it's very hard to catch up when you're missing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Amber.
Hello.
So I brought you here today to ask you a few questions because you had perfect attendance last year. Entirely perfect, except there were 2 days where you were sick, but that's totally okay. Why did you have perfect attendance last year?
Because my mom always kept me going to school.
Why did your mom want you to come to school all the time?
Because she wanted me to learn well.
She wanted you to learn well. So if you weren't here at school, do you think it would have been harder for you to learn?
Yes.
Yeah. And your grades, did you have all A's last year or A's and B's?
A's and B's.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome. Do you think your attendance had anything to do with the way your grades turned out?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty awesome. What advice would you give to students who sometimes they don't want to come to school?
Well, that they should, so that they can get good grades and good attendance.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. Do you have anything you'd like to show Rusty Jeffries? Hey, Miss Avery, what is a student going to miss if they don't come to your class?
They would miss having a ton of fun every day, learning lots of fun stuff, being with their friends, going to PE library, learning about new books, our awesome Super Kids lessons, and you would just have to sit at your desk doing the makeup work, and that's no fun.
Thank you. Mr. Drescher, what is important about students having good attendance?
Well, the more you're at school, the more you're going to learn. And the more you learn, the further you're going to go in life, and the more choices you have.
Why is it important to come to school?
To see me, one. And two, you have to learn. You have to make it in life to come to school. You have to do that. I do it over.
Why is it important to come to school?
To come see me, of course, and to see your friends, and to learn, and to make it in life, and be awesome.
Why is it important to come to school?
To come see me, to see all your friends, and to learn and make something of yourself. And when you get older and make lots of money, you can't do it without school. So.